Title: Cyber Rescue Podcast, Episode 4, The Phone Call That Wasn't from the Bank. This is Episode 4 of the Cyber Rescue Podcast, and today's story begins with a phone call that sounded helpful, urgent, and completely real. The number matched the back of the card. The voice was calm and professional. The script was perfect. And, in less than 20 minutes, a normal person was almost convinced to hand over their entire bank account. This is exactly how it happens, why so many people fall for it, and how we pulled someone back from the edge before it was too late. Meet Alicia. She's careful with money, uses online banking, and ignores random spam calls. One afternoon her phone rang with a number that matched her bank's published fraud department. The caller ID looked legitimate. When she answered, a polite agent said, "We've detected suspicious activity on your account. Did you authorize a $1,980 online payment?" Alicia's heart dropped. She hadn't. The agent said they needed to secure her account immediately to stop additional charges. While Alicia listened, she received a real text message from her bank with a one-time code, and the agent asked her to read it aloud to verify her identity. The timing felt perfect. The code felt official. So she read it out. That was the first trap. What Alicia didn't know was that she wasn't talking to her bank. She was on the line with a fraudster who was already attempting to log into her account in the background. That OTP text wasn't for her identity. It was the attacker's login attempt, and by reading the code out loud, she opened the door. The voice on the phone kept talking, moving quickly, building trust with confident phrases. "We're going to reverse that charge, but first we need to prevent further fraud." Then came trap number 2. They asked her to install a secure support app so they could help protect her account. The app had a professional name and an official-looking logo, but it was just a remote access tool. Once installed, the attacker would be able to see her screen, move her mouse, and guide her exactly where they wanted her to click. Alicia hesitated. The caller sensed it and added pressure, saying additional fraudulent attempts were coming in right now. They asked her to move funds into a temporary safe account that only the fraud department could access. They even read out partial digits of her card and recent transactions details. They could have scraped from a previous leak or guessed from social engineering to sound official. While they stalled her on the phone, they used her code to log in, enrolled a new device, and began setting up a new payee. The next step would be to push a fast transfer, sometimes through Zelle or an instant payment rail, and keep her busy on the call while the money moved out. This entire routine has a name: a voice phishing and remote access scam. It's polished, rehearsed, and designed to break your defenses when you're scared. This is the moment Alicia reached out for help. She sent a quick text to a friend who knew a bit about security, and that was enough to interrupt the script. We joined the call silently on a second line, listened for 30 seconds, and recognized the pattern instantly. Here's exactly how we executed the rescue. First, we told her to hang up yes, even if it feels rude, because, as long as the attacker is in your ear, they control the pace. Second, we had her put her phone in airplane mode for 60 seconds to sever any ongoing session links and stop follow-up calls. Third, we had her call the bank using the number on the back of her card, not the number from the caller or any text, and speak to the fraud team directly. While she waited on hold, we checked her email and bank portals from a known safe device, confirmed recent logins, and looked for brand new trusted devices, new payees, or profile changes. The attacker had already initiated device enrollment, but hadn't completed a transfer yet. We were just in time, with the real bank on the line. We moved fast. We reset her online banking password, revoked all active sessions, and removed any newly enrolled devices. We asked the bank to disable Zelle temporarily and place a hold on external transfers for 24 to 48 hours. We confirmed alerts and contact details so the attacker couldn't reroute notifications. Then we went upstream and secured Alicia's email, because if criminals can control your inbox, they can reset almost anything. We changed the email password on a clean device, enabled multi-factor authentication with an authenticator app instead of SMS, and reviewed recent security events. Finally, we checked Alicia's phone for remote access apps she didn't recognize and removed anything that didn't belong. No screen sharing app meant the attacker had less visibility. The intercepted OTP was the main foothold. When the dust settled, Alicia was safe. No money left the account. The new pay was removed. New sessions were killed. But the most important outcome was the lesson. Real banks do not ask you to read out one-time passcodes over the phone. Real banks do not ask you to install remote access apps to secure your account. Real banks do not tell you to move money to a safe account. Those phrases are the red flags that end the call immediately. It's also critical to know that caller ID can be spoofed. A number matching your bank on the screen doesn't mean the call is genuine. The only number that matters is the one you dial yourself from the back of your card or your bank's official website. Here's the playbook you can use if a call like this ever reaches you. If someone claims to be your bank, thank them, hang up, and call the number on your card. Never read one-time codes to anyone for any reason. If a caller pressures you to act fast, that's your cue to slow down. If they want you to install a tool so they can help, don't. If they ask you to move money to keep it safe, don't. And if you think you might have slipped, maybe you read a code or tapped a strange link, act immediately. Reset your bank password from a known safe device, revoke sessions, remove unfamiliar devices, lock down Zelle or instant transfers temporarily, and then secure your email with a strong new password and app-based multi-factor authentication. Speed matters. Minutes can be the difference between a scare and a loss. This was episode 4 of the Cyber Rescue Podcast. Real stories, real rescues, and practical steps you can use to protect yourself and your family if you found this helpful. Subscribe for more weekly episodes. Share this with someone who needs a digital bodyguard. And remember, your best defense is a calm pause and a call you make yourself. Stay safe out there.